Hey everyone, I'm jumping on really quickly because a few of you have written me in the private messenger asking me what content should you be putting out and what platform should you be using. And the reality is, if you have coaches or anybody out there that is telling you you should follow these specific plans, you should not listen to them. The reason is because each of you have a different business, each of you have different goals, and each of you have different dream clients. And so the reality is that each of your plans is going to be a little different, right? But in saying that, yes, of course, I do have a basic strategy. And as an entrepreneur, especially if you're a new entrepreneur, the key here is you don't want to be overwhelmed, and that is the key. So I actually have my iPad right here, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen of my iPad, and I'm actually going to draw this out. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I apologize because I am a terrible drawer. So okay, so you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, now you have TikTok, you have YouTube. All right, and I'm also going to add in here web and email because this is all about communications, right? So you have all of these platforms, and looking at this, it is super overwhelming, especially if you are a brand new business. All right, so here's the problem with all of this, right? So let's draw a circle, all right, and this circle is you. And this circle is your effort, and this circle is your time. Now, the issue with this and why, this circle can become overwhelming is because a lot of you are doing this. You have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have your web, and you have YouTube, right? So the problem with this is when you're getting started, your main objective when you first get started is to grow your business and to grow your name. But the problem is if you're spending 25% of your time on Instagram, 25% on your web, 25% on Facebook, 25% on YouTube, the problem is that you're not able to spend 100% and actually master it. So you're basically putting half-ass stuff out there, and you're not able to really build a strategy that actually works, right? So doing this strategy becomes challenging. Now, once you become sophisticated and once you start understanding what your dream clients want, if you're just starting out, you don't know what they want. So how do you build content for all of these when you don't even know what your clients want? Right? So here's the truth. You don't even really need a website to start. I could tell you that I have clients who, without a website, made thousands of dollars. So to be honest with you, you don't even really need a website at all. Now, I always recommend it, but you don't need it. So I always tell people, start off on Instagram. And the reason why I say Instagram is because there are 800 million followers, Instagram accounts. Of the 800 million, 500 are active every single day. Of that, about a third are millennials. And guess what? Millennials buy. In fact, 70% of Instagram followers said that they will buy or have bought off Instagram. So Instagram is a really great area for you to start and spend 100% of your time focusing in on Instagram. Master that. Become a master of Instagram. Grow a following. Grow a community. All right. Once you build this community and you become the little, Instagram queen or king, then you can shift your focus and start building content for some other mediums. So, now, again, every business is different. So I'm not saying go ahead and do this, but this is how you should think about your content. So now, once you master Instagram, now you can start thinking about Facebook, okay? Now, when I say Facebook, before you start, you should be getting your name on every single one of these. So before you even create your business name, you need to make sure that it's available. And so the important piece is to go ahead and save your name on every single social media platform. And so with that, you should go ahead, go on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, everything, and get your name, secure your name on every single one. So when I say, spend your time, it's really your effort and time. Now, you do have opportunities to leverage some of the content that you build for Instagram for Facebook or YouTube or other things. If you do a lot of Instagram lives, it's really easy to just pop that right onto YouTube. So don't be afraid to do that. That's not what I'm suggesting here, is not to do Facebook page at all. It's really more focused on your time and your effort, because the more time you spend trying to build your Facebook, the harder it will be for you to focus. So the idea here is to really focus on essentially building your social media and spending your time where you're going to get the biggest bang out of your buck. So now, within Facebook, I would definitely recommend the next thing that you should look at is doing groups, because groups is a really great way to build a community of people who are all like-minded and have a very similar issue that they need solved. And the hope is that you would be able to actually solve their problems. So by pulling all these people together, you will then be able to essentially soft sell yourself and your product. So Facebook groups is a really great way to develop content and develop value-added, value-packed content that these people need and they want, and essentially sell it to you, right? So if you focus on all of this, you should essentially be able to sell all of this. And now you're spending 50% of your time. Now keep in mind, this is really time consuming. And so building content is a lot of work. And this is why I say, don't get overwhelmed and don't go all in. Don't do TikTok, don't do Twitter. Honestly, I'm actually going to just, I think Twitter sucks. Honestly, I would just skip Twitter altogether. Unless you're in like a news world, then you can do Twitter. But I just think it's a waste of time. I don't know many people that are making money off Twitter. That's the key here, right? So here's the thing, right? So once you build content, so like let's take this video that I am shooting right now. And you're able to then take this content, and now I could put this on Instagram, I could put this on YouTube, I could put this on Facebook, right? So I could put this across all of my stuff, and actually even better, I can also add this into an email. So hey, I could have a subject, hey, having issues and figuring out what platform you should be on, watch this video, right? So now I've created content that I can disperse. But here's the thing, if you're just getting started and you don't really know what content people want, it's really hard to do this strategy. So before you do that, you need your brand, you need to master Instagram, and you need to master content creation. And the best way to learn content creation is Instagram, because Instagram has the visual ability to do carousels and design. It has the ability for you to see very clearly what content people want. That's much harder on these other platforms. Instagram is great, has great insights for you to really see what people like and what they don't like, what people are sharing, what people are liking, what people are commenting on. So it allows you to get better and better at what you do. So this is why I say Instagram first, Facebook second, YouTube third. Honestly, you should be doing email the whole time. You want to be collecting your people, your lead gen emails and names, but you don't necessarily need a website. So just keep that in mind. You don't need to go right to a website. You could do something like a MailChimp. MailChimp allows you for free to have like 500 subscribers, and you could have a landing page as well. So it's super easy to do. So don't be scared to not launch right away with a web. Now, being a web developer, it is important to eventually do it, but don't feel like you have to jump right into having a website. So start with Instagram is my philosophy. Start there. See to make sure that there's actually traction in what you're doing before you go ahead and spend all this time and money creating this company, and you don't even know if people want what you have to offer. So that is my advice. And again, it's not one size fits all. It is just a broad brush strategy. And I hope that this was really helpful for you. And if you are looking for some assistance on a one-on-one basis, reach out to me. You can join my mastermind group full of professionals who are doing the same exact thing that you are, which is building a company. And it's hard. And so don't be scared to ask for help. Help is here, and I am here to help and answer any questions. Thank you.